What's up, everybody? My name is Nick Smith, and yes, that is my real name, and welcome to Run the Prompts on YouTube. Now, today's topic is a full review of the ChatGPT Desktop App. If you haven't heard, the ChatGPT Desktop App was just released to all free users as well as paid subscribers. But as a paid subscriber, I've had access for a few weeks, maybe even a month. So I'm one step ahead of you, as always. Now, is it a good app? What's wrong with it? What's good about it? Let's check that out in the full review coming up right here. Hey, what's up, guys? All right, so now we have the new ChatGPT app open. We're going to be using the Mac app of ChatGPT. Now, the very first thing I can say that I love about this app is that it's the fastest way to access ChatGPT, in my opinion. If you're on your computer and you need to access ChatGPT, you can just use the app versus going into a browser, finding the right tab, locating it. It's kind of a mess, right? And we all need to use ChatGPT quickly, I'm sure. So you can do that with the app. Now, to make it even faster, what you can do is pull up this little quick launch bar right here, so you can ask it a question like, is Run the Prompts the greatest website in the world? Now, if it was being honest, it would say yes, but let's just see. It says, Daddy, Run the Prompts is awesome website, the unique take on creative writing, etc., etc. Now, it didn't say it's the best, but it said it's pretty good, and it's definitely a site worth checking out. So you should check it out too at runtheprompts.com. For the next plus side of this is you get an easy GPT selector right up here. So you can see a bunch of GPTs that I use. Some people use them, some people don't. If you don't, then you should now, because they will save you a lot of time. So let's say I want my digital marketer. You can just search for it like that, and all of a sudden you have access to the Digital Marketing Copywriter Pro GPT. Now, in the web-based version, you cannot do that. You can't do it, and it's kind of a pain because you have to go through the sidebar, you have to run through a bunch of different conversations that you have and scroll all the way to the bottom, get to the GPTs, search for one. It's a mess. But with this app, you can quickly pull up the GPT that you want very quickly. Now, with that said, you actually cannot select a GPT from the quick launch bar. I'm sure ChatGPT will change that in the future, but for now, you can't do it. You can attach a file, which is great, but for now, the quick launch bar is literally just that. It's a quick way to send a message through ChatGPT, but you cannot select a specific GPT, or at least not yet.
Okay, guys, so the next one is, unfortunately, there's no way to create GPTs in this ChatGPT Desktop App. Unfortunately, it's just not there yet. But as you can see, the GPT store is available. You can scroll through all of them, you can use them, you can use your own. It's great that they included that, and I would surely hope that they did, because they'd be leaving out a big piece of the puzzle if they didn't. But you can scroll all the way down, you can go to the My GPT menu, you can go wherever you want, and you're not going to find a way to create your own. So it's just not there yet. Unfortunate for sure. All right, next up, guys, it does have voice mode, which is a plus. So this icon right here will activate voice mode where you can talk to it. Next up is the unfortunate part of voice mode. It doesn't have the new voice mode, the voice mode that we saw them demo at their latest conference, the one that kind of sounded like Scarlett Johansson. Well, it's not here yet, unfortunately. OpenAI announced last week that they have to delay that feature. So it's going to be a little bit of time before we get that added functionality to the voice feature, but everybody's looking forward to it, and it's going to come eventually. And the next one is another unfortunate piece here. There is no mentions feature, so if you wanted to pull up the digital marketer, it's not going to do it. It's just not going to pull up anything. The mentions feature is nice because when you're in a chat on the web app or on the mobile app, you can pull up different GPTs all within one conversation, and I thought that was really useful. I forget about it a lot, but it can be useful, especially if you're a marketer and you're switching between GPTs and you're trying to get a lot of different things done all at once without having to go through different windows. So I hope they add that, and I'm sure they will eventually. Now, it does have custom instructions and all the different settings you'd come to expect, all the basic settings, I guess you could say. So if you go down to your name and you click on settings, you can see that everything that you'd come to expect that's basic is here, like the memory feature is there, which I don't use. The customized GPT section where you can add custom instructions is there. I absolutely, definitely recommend that you guys do that, because that's a very, very big part of ChatGPT. And I'm gonna make a full video on my custom instructions and how much they've actually improved the experience for me. But you can do that. You can turn off model training, which is great. So there's all the basic things that you'd come to expect are here, just not the extras and the goodies quite yet. And so overall, guys, it's just a much faster way to access ChatGPT than what you're used to. I highly recommend downloading it. It is disappointing that is missing some of the key features, but just give it some time, keep it updated, and remember to run the prompts and prompt the planet. If you found this video useful, even a little bit, even 5%, be sure to share this with your entire ghetto, your local sports team, your local jail, anyone. Get the word out, give them the link. They might beat you up, they might give you a swirly, but hey, you spread the word, and we'll catch you guys next time. Be sure to run the prompts and prompt the planet.